Virgo. So here we are in February. I'm going to be doing your reading for this month for February 2021. And I'd like to see what kind of juicy messages we get for you. This is a little bit of a warning. I do have a different deck, a Twin Flame Hunger Vampire Edition. I'll be using at the very end. I will give you a warning if you're sensitive to images. That way you can kind of click off the video if that's not your thing. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and read for people that are single in a relationship, situationship. It doesn't really make a difference, and I'll address them as I get the messages. Yeah, so I hope that you like your reading, Virgo. I'm still trying to figure out how to put my workspace in a way that is easy for me to work from. And I'm not sure if I like this setup either. So you might have to put up with me kind of trying out different things to see what works. But for now, here we are. And let's get going. Virgo, messages for Virgo. February messages for Virgo, please. Anything that Virgo needs to know at this point in time. Much appreciated, clear and concise messages just for our Virgo friends. All right, let's get this within the frame. And right now I have the Seven of Wands. So maybe you're feeling a little bit defensive. Someone's placed you on defensive. Or there's a situation that you feel like you must defend yourself against, okay? We are going to see where this goes. A lot of times the number 7 to me indicates that it's something divine. It's like a situation that you can't run from, but you have to kind of stand your ground. Okay? Let's see where this goes. Okay. So the next card out we have, I hope that you can see it well. Next card I have is a Hangman. So this is an attempt to try to look at things from a different perspective, trying to look at things in a spiritual way. This can also indicate that you're transforming spiritually. You're undergoing some kind of a change that kind of puts you on your head. Everything that you thought you knew or how you looked at things, you're starting to look at things from a different way, maybe from a different perspective. The interesting part about this one is that he's hanging up here by choice, okay? This is yes and news, but he's got his legs crossed. To me, that indicates that there is a big secret here to be revealed that maybe you're not being open about to other people. There is some dark skies in the back, so it can cause some issues with other people, and that's why you don't want people to know. Now, he is also armed and prepared, but he's looking at the zombies. He's checking things out for himself. He's not listening to these people. He's not listening to fear factors like, oh, if you don't get this straight, something's going to happen to you, the zombies will get you. He's not listening to all these people screaming warnings for him. He is well equipped to defend himself, handle himself or herself, right? And yet you have all these zombie hands out here, like he could be grabbed or nabbed at any point in time almost, but he's ready. So I feel like you're not going to get out of this until you receive the enlightenment or the answers that it is that you want. You're looking at things in a way that no one else is looking at them, and good for you personally. That's just my opinion. So here I have the number 12 being highlighted. When I add them together, of course, I get a number 3. 3 is about cooperation, and it's interesting because he's all by himself. This person kind of sitting on a fence, trying to gain a better perspective before they make a move, right? And it could be that you want to gain a better perspective against what you have to defend yourself against, or what you feel like you have to defend yourself against. Now, I do want to mention, and I haven't been really talking a lot about current events right now, but this just came to mind. This can also be, dear Virgo, a situation that, you know what, you're in a defensive mode. You want to make sure that you, yourself, and your family, and everybody you care about is safe. You're saying, stay away from me, 6 feet away, kind of a thing. A social distancing, he's crying out. He's like, I will smack you with this bone. But he doesn't want these zombies to get close to him. And so it could be the way that we're looking at one another in the world, dear Virgo. I know that Virgo notoriously is super clean, and this is excellent, almost like surgical precision clean. And this could be looking at the world in a very different way. Or maybe like you're thinking, okay, now you people get why I'm so fanatical about hygiene and about things like that. Because when you look at people, you're like, oh, they have cooties, I don't know where they've been, that kind of a thing. So anybody approaching you on the street, you know, even at the supermarket or whatever the case may be, you could be like, don't be touching me, don't come near me, I don't know where you've been, I don't know what's going on with you. And that is just an idea that I'm getting based on the position here. Another thing with that is the same storyline is the hangman. Now you're trying to gain perspective on what is going on globally, right? And so I want to grab this card. So perhaps you're just really trying to get your own messages from divine, trying to see different perspectives. You're aware. You're not going to come all the way down to earth so that these zombies can grab you. Nobody's going to be touching you, right? And you're not going to also listen to any of these people tell you how the world looks, what's going on currently. You're going to see for yourself. And this could be doing your own research on the internet, checking things out. Everything is just really cloudy and dark in the background, telling you don't have a lot of answers and you just really want answers, and you're not going to move from this position and make like a real decision either way until you get that clarity. Now he is wearing red. That red shirt to me is a nod reference to the root chakra. So if that is something you're interested in, it'd be a good idea to check it out if you don't know about it. But the root chakra has a lot to do with your chakra system, of course, and it is the very first system that we find located very low, like below, basically where you're sitting down. So that is connected to Mother Earth. That is what grounds you. That is what gives you a sense of well-being. If that is out of balance, like this man is out of balance, then you could be feeling that things are rocky. Things are like, you know, a lot of fear. You could be experiencing a lot of fear. And that could be a lot of what's going on here is a lot of fear, whether it's a situation or the global situation, whatever the case may be. If the message is for you, great. And if it's not, please leave it. Moving on. Dear Virgo, what is going on with the Seven of Wands? Why is there a need to defend themselves, Virgo, for February? We would like to know. And let me know, please, if you like this way of reading. That way I can show you the cards as I see them, because I personally like to see them. Some people enjoy seeing the cards and others do not. I'm going to take it because it fell on its side. All right. So let me show you the regular way it should be seen. So we have the Eight of Cups, Virgo. And here we have, last time I showed it, didn't show very well on the camera. This lady is looking back at all that she's leaving behind. And she sees that everything she's left behind, it's so sad. There's like, this is like sunk, it's maybe submerged underwater. It is ruined. This facility, who knows if it's like full of zombies, nothing worth salvaging. The storm is coming for her. She knows she's got to move. She's packed. She is well equipped. She's even got her fur. Like, you're not taken aback. You're not surprised at the fact that you had to leave this situation, or you're currently having to leave this situation. So when you leave, or when you left, you were smelling good, looking good. You were packed. You knew that, you know, you were just well equipped, and everybody else just kind of like, bye. So you have maybe people from the past, situations from the past wanting to follow you, whether it's energetically or people calling you, trying to get your attention that you no longer want to be a part of. That is also a possibility. I want to point out too, the storm is rolling in. And so it could be that you're feeling defensive, like, you know what, the storm is rolling in. In this situation, I feel like you did put a lot of time, money, energy, effort, and care into, but for whatever reason it didn't work out, right? It's not currently working out for you, and you are moving on, right? So there could be some sadness, quite a bit of sadness, about you looking and seeing what you're going to leave behind. And that's what taking a last look at. It's like, wow, did I leave wreckage in my wake or whatever? Okay. So, you know, you have to move on. Let's see what else happens here. Dear Virgo, these stories are so interesting. Let's see. For Virgo, for February, what is going on for Virgo, please? Anything that we can help Virgo with, that they can see, so they can move forward and not be so sad and leaving everything else behind. For Virgo, we have the King of Wands. Yay! I love the King of Wands. King of Wands is super exciting because he is a mover, the shaker, the candle maker. Not really. I don't know why I say that. But this person is a boss. So maybe you are leaving a situation that, you know what, the job has ended, you're done with it, and you don't want to go back. You spilled your blood, your lifeline, and that's not for you. But this shows me that you are going to be moving towards a situation. Now, this could be you. I feel like it is you, is being your own boss, of calling the shots, of making things work. Look at how he's missing a leg. And he very cleverly took this leg from his victim, presumably, and he's drilling into it so that he can make it work for his own leg. He's like, you know what? I can't really walk right now. I got a hobble, but you know what? I have resources. I'm smart, and I'm going to figure it out. He has a bunch of tools in his arsenal, and I feel like, Virgo, you have a lot of tools at your arsenal too. And so maybe because this guy is confined, he's only got one leg, perhaps some of you feel like you can't move forward until you kind of fix things in a way that helps you progress, in a way that helps you move. Because really, it's going to be hard to move with one foot. You're going to be hopping. And that can work for a time. But this guy's all about functionality. I want it to work smooth. I want it to look for a certain way. And he's not going to be limited by just missing a leg. So whatever it is, I feel like you have a lot of tools at your disposal, dear Virgo, so that you can continue moving on ahead with yourself, even conducting and building a new business from the ground up, something that is going to look a little bit different than what other people have. And it might be that maybe you don't have exactly all the resources to make this happen the way you wish, right? Because that's how, he doesn't have a prosthetic leg. He's got a bone. Technically, yeah, it's a leg or a bone. I think it's like a thigh bone. I don't know. But he doesn't really have like the prosthetics or anything else that you see that typically people would have to be able to make that work. So he's just working with what he has. And perhaps that's how you feel. You're like, you know what? I'm resourceful. I'll figure this out. And you are going to make things work. So good for you, dear Virgo. Moving on. I want to go ahead with some love messages. Let's see what is going on here for Virgo. And these I do not take literally. The Doreen Virtue, the messages fit to the storyline always, in my book anyways. Okay, we'll take that one. Dear Virgo, you are urged to keep an open mind. Okay, so keep an open mind. It looks like this person was entertaining two people once upon a time, or is currently doing so. This little dove of peace, I think, is talking to this lady saying, hey, do you notice he's actually talking to both of you? If he had selected one of them, both ladies would not be so enraptured by the conversation. All right, but he's leaning forward and he's really into both of them. He's like, why can't I have it all? And maybe that's you, and maybe that was done to you. I don't know your life, right? But keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So I kind of feel like this little cherub, I can't say that word, cherub. Okay, I feel like this little guy right here is flying and he's looking down. He's like, you know what? I see you. I see you and the attention and the flirty, whatever's going on here, but that's not the real thing. He does not have his little bow and arrow out. He's just observing and he's like, yep, that's not even the real thing, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing that I'm getting is some ashes here. I feel like this could be from someone that perhaps has lost a loved one. The loved one is on the other side, all right? And maybe that's what you're walking away from. Maybe you are just walking away from a love situation that is no longer good for you, even if they have not passed away. Now, if this person has crossed over, then I'm so, so sorry for your loss. I don't want to minimize anything like that, for sure. But just know that if you have lost someone that you love deeply, you're not going to find a carbon copy, right? But you could have a different person coming into your life that is different, very different from what you had in the past. And so that's the point of this, is just keep an open mind, because, you know, things happen in life for a reason, and sometimes for a season, but they're all lessons, one way or another, good, bad, or ugly. So what else does Virgo need to know? Why does Virgo need to keep an open mind here? I feel like it's because of the sadness of people that you've left behind, situations that you've left behind, whatever. But keep an open mind, dear Virgo. Things do happen for a reason. Engagement. Okay, so I'm not saying you're going to go out and buy anybody a ring or anybody's going to slap a ring on your finger. That's not what this is in my mind. Okay. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And so if you are currently in a relationship, situationship, complicationship even, then this could literally be that you are engaging with your loved one, your person of choice, the one that's near and dear to your heart. And look at how he's taking her hand very tenderly, okay? And I feel like this person, if you currently have your eye on someone, is very like pure-hearted, very loving. She reminds me of the Empress of the regular tarot card, and that's somebody that's abundant and perhaps creative, but she doesn't really care, or he doesn't care what the world thinks about them. Now you're coming off as like somebody who's like shrouded in mystery. So you know, if it's somebody that you are connecting with online that you haven't expressed your interest in them or something like that, could be that you decide to make a move and take it further. So when I see engagement, I think these guys are engaging a conversation. I don't necessarily think, hey, these guys are exchanging rings, okay? It may be not. Now, I see some letters right here, and this can involve someone from the past, some love letters or whatnot. I don't know why, but this to me all of a sudden looks to me like a bunny, and there's like a tapestry thrown over the bunny. So I don't know if maybe this person makes you want to have sex like bunnies, you know, that term that I'm not going to really say on camera. But if that is you, that's great. I think that this person would engage with you, okay? So I think that if you are currently connected, then maybe you're going to be engaging in a deeper way than you ever have before, okay? Just keep an open mind. I think you're looking for a move and a shake-up from what you had before, even if you're with the same person, even if you're married, again. So this is all applicable. It could be that Eight of Cups symbolizes that you really want to move away from how things have been in your marriage or situationship, and you want things to be really, really different, right? Keep an open mind, because there is hope right here. And I feel like maybe engaging in a deep conversation. What is it that you really want? Well, you know, I would really like, you know, this, that, and the other, or this is what I really want from a relationship. Do you think we can explore these things together? And that's what you're telling your spouse or your special person, or whatever the case may be, right? Or maybe your spouse is telling you these things, dear Virgo. So the energies can flip however you see that they fit, if they fit, okay? Don't make the storyline fit. If this is not you, dear Virgo, there's a lot of other readers out there that probably have your storyline today, okay? But don't make something fit that just doesn't, if it's not you. So what else can we know for Virgo? I'm going to go ahead and stop here. These are really hard to shuffle if you cannot tell. That's kind of a cool thing. Every time I look at these cards, side note, I feel like I can draw and paint them myself and like print them out. I'm like, I should just do that too, because they're not even that detailed. I don't know. Anyways, soulmate. It says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So, dear Virgo, I feel like you are potentially connecting with someone. Maybe even, I don't know how you feel about the whole astral projecting thing, or energetically. I'm going to call it like an energetic connection, okay? So you could be energetically connecting to someone right now. And keep an open mind, because if that's something that you want to slam your mind shut on, then that is definitely a choice. But whoever this person is, if you haven't seen them, since, let's say, you went to second grade together and I haven't seen them, I don't know what they're doing or whatever, but they're on your mind and on your radar for whatever reason, keep an open mind, because this connection actually, hi, don't be falling there, this connection can actually manifest. So the more that you think about it in a positive light, if that is something that you wish and something you desire, you can really manifest it. But if we have negative thinking, like that's never possible, well, then you're right. But if you think that this is possible, well, guess what? You're also right. So you really are largely responsible for your own life. Moving on. Let's take another card. I'm just going to do this guy. These are so high. Okay. So we have this really beautiful card right here. I have the heart right here. This kind of reminds me of the Sacred Heart. I see almost like this lady has like some tears that have really come out from her. That was a weird way of saying it. I got distracted. So she has done some crying, dear Virgo. And I don't know, this could be a mom, this could be a loved one. There's a lot of emotion behind it. I feel like there is an electrical spiritual connection between you guys. And things have really changed. There are 3 little, what are these? Not moths, they're butterflies. So 3 little butterflies. And it could be that maybe you had a family together and things are changing or things have changed. I don't know what the thing is, but I think that she's got laser vision, which means she can actually see deeply. And these are brand new cards to me too, actually. I haven't had them long. I've never even noticed the laser thing in her eyes. And this thing on her forehead, she could be a clairvoyant. Dear Virgo, she or he, this is gender neutral. If I keep saying she, sorry about that. But this person, your person on your mind or the person concerned for you, that has a lot of love for you, could be clairvoyant because of this, I want to call it a bindi, but it's a reference or not to the third eye. It says only time will tell. All right. If this is a mother, maybe a mother of your children, a mother of your child, that you are thinking about, it could be that she is she's been through a lot. There's a lot of emotion there. And you know this, but I feel like you guys have a spiritual connection like none other. Just a lot of, I almost think that you guys do astral project and you communicate. There could be some telepathy going on there. But there is like a sacred heart there. There's a heart that really does love and has a lot of love for you, dear Virgo. A lot of tears have happened, but still a burning love. And then we have these butterflies here. And I feel like that is a reference to 3 people. So maybe you have 3 children, or maybe it's yourself, this person, and 1 child. So however the story fits, if it does fit, okay? But that is like transformation. Things have changed in a very deep way, but she still has a lot of love, okay? Or this person. If you're currently in a relationship that is happy, you're not looking, again, you're engaging to kind of ascend to a higher level of commitment, maybe having something deeper in your commitmentship. I keep using those crazy words that I'm making up, but it is what it is. And maybe because this guy's shrouded in like some dark clothing, she doesn't know a lot about you, okay? And there's a need to kind of reveal or express more of yourself. I don't know. So maybe you're taking her hand and saying, hey, a little bit of this and that, and I'm giving you more information about myself. I hope you don't reject me, that kind of a thing. So yeah. And again, your partner, if you're in a happy partnership, situationship, relationship, whatever, could be someone who has actually clairvoyant as well. That's clairvoyant, has shed many tears. That is someone who is constantly changing and evolving. She reads energy, or he reads energy, okay? It can almost even see it. Music can have a lot to do with it, but they have a deep connection to the water. Yeah, so we're going to leave that right there. The next thing that I'm going to use, and I got to move these guys out. Next thing I'm going to use is the Twin Flame Hunger Vampire Edition. That is a long, long title. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Now the warning here is, once again, these are a little bit on the graphic side. So if you're not into that, then thank you so much for your time. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. For the rest of us that are in it to win it, dear Virgo, here we go. Messages for Virgo for February. What's going on here for Virgo? romantically, whether you're partnered, not partnered, whether you're going to the grocery store occasionally and you have your face covered and you think nobody's looking at you. What is going on, please, for Virgo? It's hard for me to open up. And so there is a razor blade cutting that flower. And you know, it's very self-explanatory. It could be your partner, your person, whoever's been brought to mind during this reading has a hard time opening up. It could be you. And it could be, you know what, I'd rather take a razor blade to myself than open up. It's really difficult. You're not used to exposing yourself, your emotions, your mindset, anything out in the open. It leaves you feeling really vulnerable. Maybe you have always had to be protecting yourself because you were in a situation, like perhaps your childhood was really unsafe and it was hard for you to even have a voice. Therefore, opening up is very difficult and monumental. Okay, Virgo? If that's not you, then I feel like this is your person that you're considering thinking about. All right, this is somebody who has a really difficult time as well opening up. Let's see where else this goes for Virgo. You broke down my walls when I was afraid. What did I just tell you, eh? What did I just say, Virgo? So this person broke down your walls when you were afraid. And I feel like you were a lot more open and vulnerable and transparent with them than you've ever had before, if this is you. Or flip the story, flip the script. If this is them, they were a lot more vulnerable and open than they have ever been with anyone else. Okay. If this is a current partnership, situationship, then still same storyline. Can you see how that applies? You know, they're having a hard time opening up and they've let down some walls, but there's still some more to let down. And there's still some fear there, I feel. Okay. I'm dealing with internal conflict. So this person is conflicted about you, conflicted about allowing you closer, or you're conflicted about someone, allowing them to come closer, revealing more about yourself. See how this person is shrouded in darkness? And it feels very, very painful. The one thing I want to point out is this red again is once again talking about the root chakra. I really feel like it'd be a monumental help to you to look up the root chakra, maybe eventually do a video on it and just that. But this is going to help ground you, help you connect on a deeper level and not have all of those fears so that you can actually navigate this successfully, okay? So your person is dealing with internal conflict about how they were once upon a time open with you, how you broke down the walls with them, or vice versa, okay? And it's causing some conflict. Why is that? Why is that for Virgo friends? Hide and seek. Come look for me. Come chase me. So maybe you're in a partnership, situationship where you are pursuing or you want somebody just to pursue you. Whatever it is, it's a hide and seek game. And it's like, hey, come look for me. Come chase me. I've never been more open with you than anyone in my life. But now I'm dealing with internal conflicts. Why don't you come looking for me and chase me? It's a little bit of like immature energy, just to be real. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth, right? Craving you, body, mind, and soul. So your significant other, or you, dear Virgo, really have this person on your mind. You are craving, or they're craving you, your body, mind, and soul. You just really feel a deep, deep connection. There is a lot of conflict in your mind. There's a situation that you feel like you have to defend yourself. You're really trying to gain a higher sense of what is going on a deeper level, not just your relationship, but I think evolving spiritually and ascending, okay? So what else can we know about our friends? Yeah, I feel a shift between us, okay? I really think this is cool. But this is a shift that I mean, the hangman right now is one of your overall energies, dear Virgo. And this really talks about like things are shifting, things are changing. I'm not going to make a move. I'm looking for a different perspective, right? And so even though things are shifting and changing and you feel that, or maybe they feel it, you're not ready to make a move until you gain like that perspective that you really need in order to proceed, okay? So however that means to you. Last messages for my friends. Dark reunion, coming together in bad timing. So your person could be saying to you, you know what, this was a deep connection. It was intense. There's a lot of love there. There's a deep connection, but it was bad timing. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe they weren't ready. And it could be even now that maybe you're just saying dark reunion coming together in bad timing. Maybe wanting this reunion, but it's not the right time for it, okay? So, however this fits your story, take it, and if it doesn't, again, leave it. So why is it I feel a shift here between us? A little bit more information on this. I've been partying a lot to get you off my mind. It's so funny. So this could be you or someone else, and it's like a very intense connection, and it could be that you just ran away because you were afraid of divulging anymore. It was just too intense, too much for you, and you were not ready. It was the wrong timing, or for your partner, significant other, your person of interest, it was just too much. And they're thinking, you know what, let me just party, let me just have fun, let me get my drinks in, let me get my other people in, and take you off my mind. So what else do we need to know about February for Virgo and this connection? I pray for you, my love. So this could literally be somebody praying for you or vice versa. I kind of feel like it's more like this lady over here with a deep connection. It could be your mom. It could be just a female that's really close to you praying for you, or your significant other. Okay, they just really think about you and they want the best for you. Your energy is so contagious. All right, so I feel like that is here, and I think that honestly I'm going to leave the reading here. What I'm feeling and what I'm hearing right now is dark night of the soul, and that if depending on where you're at spiritually, some of you have already undergone the dark night of the soul. Some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but dear Virgo, if that's something that you're interested in, you can always look it up. It talks about your soul's journey to really come into enlightenment and break free from everything that has been confining through status quo, but you have to take an internal journey that's very, very difficult, very painful. I'm not going to lie about that, but you essentially burn away the things that were illusions, no longer serve about yourself and other people. If there are things that have been hindering and holding you back, it's just a thing of like self-exploration and understanding yourself better, and you will come out on the other side so much better. You'll feel so much better for it too. So with that, dear Virgo, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for your time. And again, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much love to you, and namaste.